Set! Blue 80! Blue 80! 180! 180! Set!
If the quarterback situation ain't right, then the whole offense is corrupt.
Set!
You can't sell me hope if you ain't got a quarterback.
Set! Blue 80! Blue 80! 180! 180!
That fantasy pick might look good on paper, but what's his role?
Set!
You don't win your fantasy league on draft night. You win it with everything you do before and after.
Welcome to Football is Money, where every snap has a price, every decision has value, and every Sunday, somebody gets paid. Let's get it! Football is money! That's the mission. Fantasy betting every division, every touchdown, every decision. We don't chase hype, we chase precision. Football is money. We cashing out, breaking every matchup, no doubt. If it makes dollars, then it makes sense. Welcome to Football is Money. Monday film, Friday picks, Sunday tickets, watch them hit. Fantasy lineups, betting slips, power rankings, championships, quarterbacks, pocket clean, read defenses, know what they mean. No hot takes, no guessing games. We bring numbers, we bring names. Football is money. That's the movement. Every episode, constant improvement. In NFL, college too. If football matters, we're talking to you. Cowboys corner, cash in the end zone, fantasy life, coach mode, QB power, draft grades. Every week, new plays. We don't follow, we evaluate. Find the value, separate, because Vegas sets the line. Football is money. Reads between the signs. Football is money. Louder now. Turn it up. Hear the crowd. Every season, every play. Football is money every day. This is Football is Money. Real football. Real talk. Real money. Let's eat.
Welcome back to Football is Money. I'm your host, they call me Boss Man, and tonight we got a great show for you guys. We're going to go over our Dynasty League draft grades and just kind of get to know the teams. We're going to try to get a couple of the managers in again tonight. Before we do all that, though, we're going to introduce our grading system so you guys can kind of follow along and understand what I'm looking at when I'm looking at these teams, right? We got to spin the wheel. We have to spin the wheel tonight. Today, somebody is walking away with $100. Who getting that honey bun? You feel me? And that's pretty much it, man. We're going to close it out. We're going to try to have a good time, man. And, you know, this is Football is Money, baby. Let's get this thing started. All right. So with that being said, man, I just want to welcome everybody in once again, all of our managers to the Football is Money Dynasty League, to the redraft, the 4D redraft, and the regular redraft league. Everybody in the pool party, man, welcome in. Y'all could have been playing with anybody, but y'all chose Football is Money. And that doesn't go unnoticed. Now, with that being said, it's time to get into the grades. I hope you guys got tough skin. I know you do. I see your texting and I see what you say in the chat. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. So let me go ahead and pop the draft up on the screen. The draft is done, right? Everybody got their teams. It's been trades. You know, they've been trading 27 picks, 28 picks, 29, 2029, right? Because everybody agreed to go ahead and play through the 2029 season. So as of right now, we have 4 years in this Dynasty League locked in, right? And we haven't even played one single game yet. So that just lets you know how this room feels about fantasy football, right? And I love it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have found more better people to have joined this league. It get a little tense sometimes. I ain't even gonna cap you down, but you know, it's all in the love of the game, shit talking, just fun. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. At first, I was kind of like, oh, but you know, I get it. You know, these guys just talking shit. They talk big shit, and it's all good. I ain't tripping on it. It is what it is. All right. So let's go ahead and let me pop this up here. All right. All right. So I gotta let me minimize myself just a little bit. So as you can see, man, the board is full from where we stopped the last week's episode, right? The board is full. You can see names everywhere, all of the trade picks. Yeah, you see all the traded picks, and you know you pretty much see everyone's team, right? And so, but before we even get into that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys just see these teams, see the names up there. But you know, we really have to get into this like the grading process, right? And I should have had this up already. Yeah, I should have had this up already. So, you know, we're gonna get into the grading process, and basically, you know, we were grading it just like a just you know how grades go, like a report card. You know what a C, D is, the A, and all of that good old shit. But you know, everybody couldn't get an A. Matter of fact, most people didn't get an A, and myself included, right? But you know, it's all for different reasons. You understand? So I'm looking at who can win immediately and still have room to win in the future as well. And you know, also I'm looking at the guys that built solely for the future. I don't like that approach. That's a personal thing because I think, you know, in fantasy, you want to win now as well. You know, win now and try to win later. But it's always the win now mentality. That's just how I see it. All right. So we got all the teams. We got and some guys have changed their names. So let me just go through the team names. We got Spicy Brady, myself, football is money. We got Bronco 580, Jersey Mike, Chargers, J Mitch, Them Boys, formerly known as Mad Dog. We got Dutch Cub. We got Park 2 DJ, DGS, Sexy Dixie, and Old DB, Old Dirty Birds. All right, so that's the league. And you see all the names up here. That's the league. All right. And I'm gonna say this: we only have one A out of all 12 teams. One A. All right. And I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers, but again, you know, we take all things into consideration. All right. So I'm gonna say this: like, no team can receive an A+ after the startup draft. I mean, it's kind of impossible. I don't think drafts are won on draft day. You know, it's about everything you do before and after the draft. Like, I can't say that enough. I can't say that enough times, right? So let's go ahead and start with the first team. The first team we're gonna grade, we're gonna go J Mitch. And we go up here and look at his team and understand, like, some of these players isn't still on. He doesn't have some of these players still. You know, they've been traded away or what have you. You know, but J Mitch team, I think his team is a team that's building for the future. You know, I think he leaned into the future of this dynasty league a little bit more than today. And I get it. You know, you want to position yourself to win in the future, but I'm gonna give him a C minus, just because I don't think he focused enough on today, this year league, like, his team for this year. So, but Josh Allen in the first round, I like it. I like the picks. The quarterback room could be stronger. He got Jacoby and Sam Darnold. The running back room, I like Bayshore, Boot Scootin' Tootin'. Brees Hall could possibly, hopefully, turn into what we all expect him to in fantasy. And then, I just see a lot of upside. The rest of the room is upside. The receiver room, Malik Neighbors is the first receiver for him off the board. I mean, it's cool if he can come in and give him production immediately, but we don't know if he's gonna even be playing week 1. Hopefully he is, but we'll see. Luther Burden, he's an unproven receiver. Let me see. The receiving room, I like Park, I like Josh Downs, but all of these guys, is wide receiver 2 and beyond, except for Malik, but when will he be back, right? So Jordan Tyson, I think he could be one of the rookies that pop for him this year. But still, I don't see any proven production. I just see a lot of upside. I see a lot of potential, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that he have a high chance of winning this year. All right. And so that's why I give you a C minus, my boy. Give you a C minus. All right. So let's see. If you want to know the overall grade, I got him at a 72. 72. All right. 72 out of 100. Next up, we got Chargers. I'm going to give him a C. I'm going to give the Chargers a C. So let's go and check out his grade. You see he made moves as well, all across the board, and kind of stuck to his guns towards the end of the draft. So the only thing that stick out about the Chargers to me initially is his quarterback room. Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback for him. And y'all know how I feel about the baby GOAT when it comes to fantasy. He haven't been the guy. He haven't been the guy that's winning you week in and week out games, right? Especially not fantasy championships. And I'm just going off the last few years, like 2 or 3 years. It's been off and on. Me personally, I wouldn't want Patrick Mahomes as my QB1. All right. CMC, older running back. Jacobs, older running back. Montgomery, new situation, which I think he could pop. Same thing with Travis Etienne. He got both of the Robinson boys in ATL. I like the running back room. I like it a lot. It's probably his strongest asset. But with a weaker tier running back room, quarterback room, and then we get down here to the receivers. I like BTJ. I like the young talent, AJ in the new situation, Scary Terry. But then it kind of Drake. We got Drake London. So I like the receivers. I don't love them, but I do like them. I like them a lot. I think Drake London, AJ Brown, and BTJ are some receivers that you're going to be able to plug in every week. Hopefully BTJ reform back to his rookie self, you know what I'm saying, and give you some numbers. So I like the receiving room. It's still a tier less than some of these other receiving rooms that's in this league. So, that's why we got him where we have him at we had C+. C, I'm sorry. We got him at a C. So J. Mitch got a C minus, Chargers got a C. Yeah. And that's where we at with that. Good defense, decent kicker. The tight end room is mad shaky, and I think King Sadiq we just found out he's gonna miss some time, and Um, I like the IDP players. You know, he still got room. He still have room. But as far as as far as his probability for me, you know what I'm saying, just looking at the draft, um, he's slightly above Jay Mitch. All right. C for my boy Chargers. Kind of go together. All right, so let's keep this moving. Who we got next? We got Jersey Mike. Oh, Chargers got a 76 out of 100, by the way. Jersey Mike, we're going to give him a little bit more. He got a 78 out of 100. We're going to give him a C+. plus. We give Jersey Mike a C+. plus. Now let's go over here and look at his team. Jersey Mike. First two picks, quarterbacks in the second round. I like the aggression, you know. And I know we talked about all of these teams on the live stream while everything was still going, and you know, and I've said everything that I'm think about these teams already. But we just gonna dive a little deeper into it, right? So yeah, I like the two quarterbacks, man. And again, you got to understand that, like, so the players you see up here, it might not be the same players that's going to be down here at this point, because there's been trades, you know, and everything like that, waiver wire movement. So let's see. He got two high power quarterbacks. You know, got a guy that can take over in the future. This is the Dynasty, so that is a great pick, especially with the team that they have. You know, this guy might can steal some time. Who knows? The running back room, well, let's see, the quarterback room, I like the quarterback room. I think he got two top 12 quarterbacks, and, you know, that's going to get you, that's going to allow you to win some games week in and week out. Let's go to the running back room. And this is where everything gets shaky. You know, I like Jordan Mason to have a little bit more production this year, but that's just hoping. Hopefully, Scat can stay healthy. Houston already said they're not gonna, you know, Woody Marks didn't do it for him last year, so they looking for David Montgomery to come in and be the full workhorse there. And so, you know, the running back room is a little shaky, even though I love the quarterback room. And then we go down to the receivers. And the receiver room is even more shakier than the running back room. So, you know, I guess we all can kind of see why these teams are landing where they're landing, right? So, I mean, I like Johnston. Hopefully Dale can come back. Khalil Shakir, he done had his time, his chances. I think the best receiver here is Jalen Waddle. Hopefully Xavier Worthy can, you know, do something. But I mean, he'll give you a couple of good games, but I don't just see weekly production, like sustainable, good production. Same thing with Lad McConkey, man. Hopefully he can get back to form and do what he was able to do in his rookie season as well. But as of right now, you know, the running back room is a tier under. The receiving room is a tier under. But I like the tight end room. You know, he got depth. You got Tyler Warren, you got Isaiah Likely. I like those two guys for sure. And then you got a bunch of younger guys. So QB room, tight end room, man, solid, above average. You know, it's just the receiver and the running back room, which gives me pause with my guy Jersey Mike. And that's why he gets a C+, 78 out of 100. All right, let's keep it moving, man. We're going to go to Bronco 580. slightly above Jersey Mike, 79 out of 100. We're gonna give him a C plus as well. And let's go look at Bronco. You see, you remember he missed all these rounds, to get a few more picks. And he was able to get a decent team, I'd say. Decent team. Everybody's team is pretty good. Quarterbacks, I mean, these two, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones, man, I'm expecting Kyler Murray to have a better season than he did, obviously, last year. I don't think he had much of a season at all. Um, Trevor Lawrence, he was one of the best quarterbacks, especially towards the end of the year last year. And Daniel Jones was one of the better quarterbacks at the beginning of the season last year. So if they can at least do what they did last year, then that'll be a nice 1-2 QB combo with any of these guys. So I like his quarterback room. You got depth. You got 3 starting quarterbacks. And you got some for the future, potentially. Cleveland just keep drafting quarterbacks for some reason. So, the more quarterbacks they have, the less sold I am on any of their quarterbacks. But, it's always potential. And you never know where these players are going to be, where they're going to land. And again, these are just draft grades. These ain't manager grades. I ain't grading the managers right now because although it's been a few trades, it haven't been enough information for me to even think about properly grading these managers. So I'm just grading these players and the teams and the probability chance of winning this year mainly, you know what I'm saying? And everything else falls to secondary. All right, so let's see his running back room, J.K. Rico. And, this is another shaky running back room. I like all of the players. I just don't know how good they'll be. Rico in Pittsburgh, J.K. injury prone. Aaron Jones is, he's getting older. I'm looking for Jordan Mason to steal some touches from him. And in Jacksonville, Bayshore Tootin should be the guy. So, the running back room is decent, but it could have been better. Let's check out these receivers. First glance, I see Puka Nakua, number 1 receiver. Let's see, Jordan, Wondell, Drew Judy, Matthew. You got your big dog, and you got all these other guys that you hope can give you some decent production year to year, man. Or week to week, my bad. Let's see, tight end room. McBride, they got a deep room. Some guys he could probably put in. I don't know what Trey McBride goes on a week by week or whatever. You throw in Hunter Henry. I don't see any of these guys actually getting, decent production for your team this year. Let's see, couple of defense. IDP cool. So yeah, man. Broncos team, it's cool. It's solid. 79 out of 100. Land him at a C plus. All right. Next up, this one's gonna hurt. We got football is money. Yeah, I'm grading myself this time around. I'm gonna go ahead and grade myself this time around. I got me at a 81. It's a B minus, just a little above Broncos. And I know I can talk for my team right now. I think my team is cool. I think I could have did better though. Honestly, I think I could have did a lot better. You can see I moved around the board a little bit. I got Joe Shiesty, which I like that pick, but I probably should have waited a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And got a couple of more quarterbacks with some of these mid-round picks instead of going so high and then going so low, right? and then only having those two, I ended up trading for Mac Jones. So, I mean, my quarterback room: Joe Burrow, Bryce Young, proven talent, an ascending quarterback. Mac Jones, he came in last year and gave managers some decent production for a few weeks. Um, I mean, I like the quarterback room. It ain't the best for sure, but if everything goes according to plan, it could work. And see, my running back room is young. Uh, got Zach. He's on the IR. K Trey, I think he'll do good in KC. We got Darian Price, the rookie. We got Kyle Monunga, second guy. Jaden Blue, second guy. Um, it's just a lot of potential here, man. A lot of potential. And I'm just hoping that they can do what I need them to do on a weekly basis. Let's go. So, I mean, my running back room, I like it. I don't love it. Managed right, and we can be in business. And that's the same thing that goes for any team. If it's managed correctly, a team with a C minus can win the whole thing. Last year when they gave out the draft grades, it was a team that was projected to go 2-15, turned out and won the whole league last year. So grades are cool, man, but don't get too hung up on them. All right. Who am I talking to? Oh, I'm talking to me. Or am I talking to you? All right, let's keep going, man. I got Jaden Higgins and Buka, young guys, OG, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Juwan Jennings. I mean, I like my receiving room. I'm hoping, praying that T. Higgins stay healthy, first of all. And then, Ibuka can get back to what we saw in the first 8 weeks last year, right? And that's what we're gonna wait to see. Tight end room, man. I love my tight end room. I think I got 3 real good tight ends. Brent Strange, Jake Ferguson, AJ Barner. Yeah. So I like those. The best kicker, I feel like anyway. Ravens defense, they got to play against Joe Burrow, so I don't know how that's gonna go. And then all these defensive players, too deep. I know me personally, I can talk a little bit more about my team because I know what I'm trying to do and everything. A lot of these guys in the taxi, probably gonna get out of the taxi. And then, it's IDP, two IDP slots, so you don't really need this many defensive players, you know what I mean? Because there's always some great talent on the waiver wire. I'm still constructing my team, but I tell you this, I'm trying to win now, and I'm putting more emphasis on winning now, and I'm thinking a little bit about tomorrow. Might be the wrong way, man, but I want to win right now. I want to win this year. Week 1 through week 16, 17. Yeah. And then I worry about next year when next year get here. I got it in mind, but man, I want to win now. Right now. All right, so let's keep it pushing. Next up, right on top of me, we got Spicy Brady coming in at 82 out of 100 with a B- as well. All right, so let's go look at Spicy team. So I'm just going to go up here and look through the draft first. All right, a lot of movement. Good quarterbacks. Actually got 4. Let me see. No. Yeah. Well, he drafted 4 quarterbacks. But to end up with 3 starting quarterbacks, even if they are, we got mid-tier 2, tier 3 quarterbacks. Yeah. I like CJ Stroud, man. He just turned the ball over too much. And I just don't see him putting up production. But Justin Herbert and Baker Mayfield, man, those guys definitely can put some numbers up for you. CJ can come in and relieve them on bye weeks if they hurt or something like that. So I like that quarterback room. I ain't going to throw too much shade at it. Let me see. The running back room is deep. I like the running back room. We got a lot of young talent. Some guys that can get you some reliable production this year. But I don't see any top tier production coming out the running back room. All right, let's see. Receiving room. Jamar Chase. Man, I was trying to get Jamar Chase, but bro wanted my whole team. Like, come on, man. See, we got Alec Pierce, Marvin Harrison, Butterfingers, T-Mac. So, I mean, I like this receiving room. I like it a lot. I like it better than mine, I tell you that much. Look, young talent, young talent. We planning for the future, as we all should be doing. So, yeah, I like the receiving room. It's deep. Got some good pieces in there. Great. Tight ends. A lot of tight ends. Good tight ends, too. That's going to get you some production. So, yeah, I like the tight end room. I like the receiving room. And I like the quarterback room, too, man. This is a real solid, balanced team. This is a real solid, balanced team. So, when I like looking at all those teams, I think everybody had a different idea, a different strategy in mind when they was drafting their team, when they was making their trades, when they was building their roster. Everybody thinking something different. All right. So yeah. Yeah. So if I look at it, let's just go ahead and sum this up, and then we're going to take a quick break. So Jay Mitch team, I think he building for the future. I think he's thinking about next year and the years to come. Jersey Mike, I think he got a lot of young talent that have high potential. Chargers, I think his team could boom. I think it really could boom, but I also think it could bust as well. Broncos, I think this is probably the first balanced team out of these first 6 teams we talked about. Let me see. My team, Football is Money. I think I got a couple of ascending players that can, help me today and tomorrow. That's kind of what I was looking for. And Spicy Brady team, I think he can boom or bust as well. He got a lot of guys that can get him some production, or got a lot of guys that can, have him fall flat on his face. We'll have to see what happens throughout this year and how these guys manage their teams and everything like that. Oh, excuse me. And we're gonna be back here every week, man, talking about the matchups, talking about what's going on in the league. So, we'll see how close does the grades line up to what actually happens in the league. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, man, we got the first 6 teams down. We're going to come back with the top 6 teams. And we're going to see who's really actually a contender or who's the powerhouse team. Because that's what we all want to know. Who got the best team? Who did the best draft? I say that. But we're going to take a quick break. Not even a real break. We're just going to talk about Football is Money while you're watching Football is Money. Because this is Football is Money. All right. Don't miss a single episode of Football is Money. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be breaking down the biggest stories in the NFL, fantasy football strategies, rankings, betting perspectives, and everything that's happening around the NFL. Subscribe today, turn on your notifications so you're always ready for kickoff. Hey, take your game to the next level with Football is Money Plus. Get access to everything we got going on and help the show out while you're at it. right? Head over to footballismoney.com and become a part of our fantasy family by joining Football is Money Plus. All right? See you there. All right, man. Welcome back to Football is Money. Once again, I am your host. They call me Boss. And right now, man, we're going through these draft grades. We already went through 12 through 7. We talked about Jay Mitch team, Jersey Mike, Chargers, Bronco, my team, and Spicy Brady so far. Now we got who I see as the top 6 teams. They got the chance to win this year. And coming in at number 6, we have, let me just get the camera situated real quick. All right. Coming in at number 6, man, we have them boys, formerly known as Mad Dog Ken. All right. So he come in at number 6. I like his QB room. I think he stole Dak, especially for a Dynasty league. J-Lo, I like J-Lo. Quarterback room, we got 2 solid quarterbacks that he can start every week. That's going to get him some great production and some, decent production here with J-Lo. Running back room, JT Money, man, I like that pick. Travion Henderson, Sean Tucker and Algier Kamara. They could come in and be significant in certain weeks. So, the running back room is decent. Let's go to the receiving room. Rasheed Rice, Isaiah Bond, Cooper Kupp, JGP. The receiving room could be better. It could be better. But I like that stack, GP and Dak. And he need a few more receivers, I think. He kind of like I am, need a couple more receivers. Let's see, tight end room, 2 tight ends. I mean, it ain't the best tight ends. They can give you some production, but I don't really like this tight end room. Cam Little, the kicker with the NFL record, got the Cowboys, Broncos defense, and he loaded up on IDP. So, I like his roster, the QBs, few of the running backs, few of the receivers. So, yeah, that's why he come in right there at 6. So the question becomes, it's a question for you guys. How would you rearrange the order? Right? How would you rearrange the order? Do anybody need to move up? You think somebody needs to move down? Please chime in and let me know. Talk to me. Talk to me football dirty. All right. So, but we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. Next up on our list, we have Dutch Cub. Dutch Cub. Coming in as number 5, if we are keeping count. Let's see. We got Tyler Shook, Jalen Hurts, Malik Willis. Those are 3 starting quarterbacks that's going to be on the roster. We got Drew Allard. So Drew Allard, Tyler Shook, those next year quarterbacks. Matter of fact, all of these guys are going to be around for the foreseeable future for this league anyway. So I love this quarterback room. I haven't got through every quarterback room just yet, but I can definitely say out of every quarterback room that we've covered so far, this is probably my favorite. Just because of the depth, the potential, and it's like not just any potential, it's the correct potential. You know what I mean? Because this guy is going to be starting next year. So next year he's going to have 4 starting quarterbacks that he can rotate given, any matchup or anything, bye weeks, injuries. He's going to always be very secure in the quarterback position. And that's a lot more than this quarterback room. this quarterback room, my quarterback room, spicy quarterback room, Broncos quarterback room, Jersey Mike quarterback room. I like his quarterback room though, but the depth isn't there for not like over here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Yeah, so I'm trying to keep it I'm trying to keep it aligned to what I believe. There's no outside influence in this. All right. This is all footballers' money algorithms. And I am the algorithm. I train the algorithm. But am I 100% correct? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? But we still here and I'm still gonna give it to you. All right. So let's keep it moving. Number 4, we got Part 2 DJ. I think he got a balanced team as well. He got a good balanced team. And so let's just go check him out. So he wasn't playing around. First 2 picks, he came out the gate with Caleb Williams and Drake May. Hit him.
Yeah, Drake. Drake.
Yeah, Drake. And let's see. Chris Olave. No. Let's check him out. Running backs, receivers. Running back room is mad deep. You know, I like that. You got depth. You got a lot of young guys on here, guys that can carry this team today, and you got guys that can carry it tomorrow as well. So, you know, I like that running back room. Receiving room, a lot of young talent. I think it's void of some actual wide receiver one work. And that's gonna be tough to navigate. But I think he got some guys like the depth of the wide receiver room is what's gonna, you know, come in handy for this guy, for his running back room and the wide receiver room. So yeah, I like that as well. You know, and this is why these guys are at the top of the list, because, you know, it ain't you got depth. You got three starting quarterbacks. You know, you got running backs that can win for you today. You got running backs that's gonna win for you next year. And the same thing in the receiver category. You know, it's a lot of great young talent with a clear path to being productive for this team. Let me see. Chigo Conquo, Sam Laporta. Those two decent tight ends. You know, it ain't the best tight end room, but everything else can make up for it. And he went all linebackers with his IDP as well. So yeah, I mean, that's why he's up here. Number 4. I like this team. So yeah, he's gonna get 85 out of 100, which is a B. Dutch Cub got an 85 out of 100, which is a B as well. Them boys got an 82 out of 100. That put him just at a B minus. All right, now we going to number 3. Number 3 is gonna be DGS, coming in 87 out of 100 with a B plus. Now let's go check out DGS team. Where is he? That coach. And despite of having some of the quarterbacks that I deem lesser, right? Bo Nix as the QB1, that's mad iffy to me, right? But these two guys have a clear path at being the number 1 guy on their team, right? And so, you know, I think he got a chance for this year and next year and the years to come with all 3 of these quarterbacks. I don't know, this guy, you know, you can keep him on the Texas squad. And you got Geno Smith. So this is one of the deepest quarterback rooms that we've seen thus far. right? And I love it. And this is why guys like myself couldn't get multiple quarterbacks, because these guys here just taking all of them. I think it was like 36 drafted quarterbacks in this league, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and check. But yeah, it's a lot of quarterbacks. So let's continue going. Running back room. I mean, Bucky Irvin, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, those 4 names alone. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy work. And you got Tajay Spears. So, that's another outstanding running back room. I can't even hold you on that one. Let's see. Receiver room. Michael Wilson, Jalen Coker, Cornell Tate, KC, CD. Hey, man, these is a lot of hard hitters. These is a lot of high producing receivers that's on this team. And then we got receivers that's going to take over their, like, future, it's future projections. You got today production. I mean, what more can you ask for? Tight end. I mean, this is a respectable tight end room as well, So, yeah. So, I mean, this is one of the better drafts that we've seen so far. Couple of defense. Respectable IDP options. Yeah, so, that's one of the better rosters that we've seen so far. And I want to say this is the first legitimate contender that I see, right? Yeah, to anybody that got a problem with these grades, man, you got to remember I came in at number 8. You know how hard that was for me to do that? I was trying to find any and every reason to move myself and everybody else up as well. But where am I going to move them up to? And who are they going to top? That's the question. All right, let's go to our next contender. We have Sexy Dexy coming in at number 2. Let's see. Sexy, he did a little trading. I think he was one of the last teams to trade, and you see what his trades did produce. He got a defense kind of early. All right, so he only ended up with 2 quarterbacks, but I mean, it's 2 high-power quarterbacks, 2 MVP quarterbacks. So, those are 2 good quarterbacks, but there's no depth there, right? There's no depth. But with all of the extra running backs, let's see, they got 4. I like these. James Cook and Javonte Williams as your 1-2 punch. You can't go wrong. White and Stevenson can come in and help you out. You got a receiving room. It's pretty decent. Nico, Javonte, Mike. I like the receiving room. You got space for today and tomorrow, and that's what you want to be looking for when you considering the dynasty roster. Can they win today and can they win tomorrow? Can they? Is there still room to grow? And I think there's still a lot of room to grow with this team. Let's see, tight ends. You only got 3 of them. Some guys, 3 young guys, some guys that can produce for them. Kyle Pitts is the number 1, obviously. All right. Good defense, good IDP players. So, this the number 2 team that I'm seeing so far. I think this is a real contender. This is a real contender as well. Again, I'm number 8. You know what I'm saying? I am number 8. It sucks. I still got hope. And I tell you this here. I don't buy my own grade for my team. Shit. You gonna tell me I got a B-? I'm winning this thing. You feel me? B-, F-, whatever you give me, or whatever I give me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna win it. You dig? That's just what I feel about it. Bump everything else. All right, man. So if y'all been paying attention, then you know we only got one team left. And that's Old Dirty Birds. And although I like ODB, he's been on the show a couple of times, he earned this grade. All right. So before we move on to his grade, let me go ahead and just say DGS got an 87 out of 100. He got a B plus. Sexy Dixie got an 88 out of 100. He got a B plus. Old Dirty Birds, he gets a 92 out of 100, and that puts him at an A minus. The only team that I seen drafted that got an A minus. And let me talk you through why I said that. His first 3 picks was essentially first round tight ends. You see it up here on the board. Then his 4th pick was arguably one of the greatest runners that's running right now. One of them, you know what I'm saying? He a little bit, past his prime, but it's still the king. And one of the only teams, again, that didn't waste a lot of this early draft capital on pursuing quarterbacks and still came away with what I would say 2 top 12 quarterbacks in the 5th round. All right. So these first 6 picks kind of like made me look and see, okay, this guy doing something different. You know what I'm saying? This is a clear strategy and it worked. Like, cause I don't know how we all collectively let this guy get all of this firepower to kill us with week in and week out. And then come back and get Chuba, DK, Skid Mark, Travis Kelce. You know what I'm saying? So this is a strong team in my eyes. I like the quarterback room. Even though he only have 2 of them on his roster right now. I like the running back room. I think there's real potential there. I love this receiving room. This has got to be the best receiving room out of all teams in the league. And so ODB, he gets the top draft grade because of all things that you see, right? He even drafted these 2 guys, but he ended up trading them, dropping them, whatever the case may be. But I like the draft. I like the willingness to, while everyone else is just going QB crazy, he say, nah, I'm good. I just still taking me 2 top 12 quarterbacks in the 5th round and, get JSN, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry. Goodness gracious. And I got to play him week 1. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, man. So that's the powerhouse of the league right now from draft day. That is the powerhouse. So 12 teams, 12 different strategies, man. 12 ideas, 12 identities, 12 ways to win one bag. You know what I'm saying? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the top grade? Is it going to be the bottom grade? Is somebody that's in the mid-tier going to come through and surprise everybody? Who knows? You got to be tuned in. You got to be paying attention. And I'm going to make sure that I bring everything that transpires in this league from week to week straight right here to you guys. Because I know y'all, invested in it at this point. You done watched the long draft. You're getting to know the league members, right? And so, we all in this together. And I'm going to make sure I bring you guys the coverage of this league. This league, we just opted in to go to 2029. So 4 years, Football is Money Dynasty, loading and on the way. All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to some of our league mates and then we're gonna spin the wheel before we wrap it up. All right. This is Football is Money, baby. We'll be right back. Hey, you trying to win $100 every single month? Well, here's all you got to do. First thing first, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Second, you got to sign up to the email list at footballismoney.com. And third, only thing you got to do is drop a football take in any of the episodes. And every single month, man, we're going to pull one member from our Football is Money fantasy family. And it could be you. So stay tuned in. All right, now, so that we've seen all the grades, right? I want to say, don't nobody get too caught up in these grades, man, because I'm not saying they're 100% accurate. The guy at number one, is he going to finish number one? Who knows? That's not automatically. Same thing for the guy at number 12. I came in at number 8. Do I think I'm going to finish at number 8? No. That'll be crazy work, right? So it's just a grading. That's it. It's just a grade. So let me go ahead and put this up here, so you guys can just check it out. Now, do I think they're accurate draft grades? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think they are accurate dynasty draft grades, with all things considered. But you don't win on draft night. You win with everything you do before and after. You know what I'm saying? So you can have a wonderful draft and manage your team wrong. You know what I'm saying? And end up losing. You can have a bad draft or mistakes or whatever, misplay, whatever the case may be, but still manage yourself into championship contender. You know what I mean? You can make trades during the season that can benefit you or hurt you. Trust me, I know. And so this is just a draft grade. It's not a manager grade. It's not automatically saying anything about any team. And like I say, grading myself and for me to fall on this side of the board, and it was kind of humbling. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. It was kind of humbling, but I don't think that's where I'm gonna land. I just recognize that there is some real live competition in this league, and I love it. Every league is supposed to challenge what is supposed to, take you further. You learn more. You figure out different things with every league that you play in, right? And so, and that's what this league is for a lot of us as well. Sometimes it's good to step outside of just playing with people who on a day-to-day basis, work colleagues, your friends, and all that type of stuff, and just step into a whole nother world and just see how things line up there as well. It's a fun experience. So yeah, man, I love it. I love everybody grades, even my own. I feel like they was all objective, very objective grades. I put a lot of time and thought into them as well. But now, only thing left to do is for everybody to go out there and fight. You know what I mean? Fight hard, fight tough. That they'll be, and I'm still gonna win it. I'm still gonna win all the money. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn what my grades say. I'm still taking everything. But yeah, man, let's keep the show moving. All right, man. We got people. They paying for the pool party. We got our last Dynasty League. You know, about to draft in a couple of weeks, about a week and a half, something like that. And you know, we just ready to get everything started, right? So before we get into the wheel spin and see who's gonna win this $100, man, we're gonna get to know one of our league mates a little bit better. I got Mad Dog Ken in here, team name Them Boys 62. And we just gonna chop it up a little bit about the draft, you know what I'm saying, how we feel about these teams, our personal teams, and whatever else comes to mind. All right. So let me go ahead and get him up here so we can begin the conversation. Let me see. Mad Dog.
What it do?
All right. We got you in here. You all good?
I'm all good.
Already. So just to begin, man, just introduce yourself and tell everybody which team is yours.
Well, I'm Mad Dog 62, and my team is Them Boys. And we know what Them Boys, you know, I'm a cowboy for life. I was probably a cowboy fan coming out of the womb.
That's how it goes out here, ain't it?
I don't know. I was in West Texas, so I don't even know.
All right. So let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Tell me, how do you feel about your team? And if you have to rank your team, where would you place it?
Well, I place it somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle?
Maybe 6, 7. I mean, it's not that great a team, but it's a team that could sneak up on some people depending on what some people do.
Right. And that's crazy because you haven't even seen the draft grades as of right now, right? You haven't seen them?
No, I haven't seen them. I mean, you know, I've been looking at draft grades and what other people done posted and everything.
Okay.
I'm really, be honest, I really don't. Them draft grades, they just draft grades. I don't really pay that much attention to them.
And I concur with that.
I don't put much stock in them, so
it's just some fun, you know what I'm saying? I like to see all the draft grades, and I remember when we was playing on Yahoo for the last couple of years, they used to always send the draft grade, and it's always a big gap in between what they saying and what's actually gonna happen. But again, a draft grade is just a draft grade, and that's that. You know, it's not a manager grade or nothing like that. So they just grade engaging players. So
I like to see them to see where they think I'm at,
right,
compared to where I think I'm at,
right, and that's the thing, right?
And they always change during the season. They have to with the players. Who's gonna do good? Who's gonna do bad?
Yeah, because you never know who's gonna do what from week to week. But if you had to, out of everybody in the league, I don't know if you got the league pulled up or if you got an idea in your head, but if you had to say who had the best draft, who would that be?
Oh, who do I think had the best draft? That's
I ain't mean to put you on the spot like that.
I don't know, man. It's pretty close. I was looking, and I really couldn't figure it out. I think the dogs, what you call them? I say dogs, but it's the
DGS. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. DGS.
I think he might have a better team.
Okay, I like DGS team as well. You know,
and Dutch got a pretty. I don't know about it, but what some of these folks was thinking, but we'll go leave it at that.
All right. So I mean, and look, just like we just talked about, who got the best draft or who got the worst draft, it don't mean that's where any team's gonna place, right? So I mean,
Right.
just for entertainment, who would you say had the worst draft? Even if everybody had a good draft, somebody got to be at the top and at the bottom.
I ain't thought about that. That I haven't thought about. Let me put on my glasses.
Uh
Let
oh.
me go. Let me go through here and see.
Uh oh. All right,
Let me
talk
go
to
through
me.
here. Let me go through here and look and see what I think. Let me go.
And I only asked that because, this is the draft grade show and we already got the draft grades together. This is a pre-recorded segment that we're going to insert inside the show. And so by this point, the draft grades have already been revealed. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to talk to you without you being privy to seeing the draft grades or even knowing what they are, just to kind of see if these are broad assumptions or is there a little bias going on within myself. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, I don't know, but you was asking me who I think may have the worst.
the worst draft.
It might be Jersey Mike.
Jersey Mike. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's kind of close. I think it's kind of close. But I mean, good. I mean, that's a good pick. There's no right or wrong answer for none of these. You know what I mean? But let's go ahead and keep it moving, man. Let me see. What else do I want to ask you? Because I got a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you.
You know, oh, Spicy might have stole the draft.
You say he might have stole it?
Yeah, he might have the best. I done sit up here and gave him Taylor. I don't know. I should have looked at it. Now he really, yeah,
Oh, yeah. I saw
yeah,
that Jonathan Taylor trade. That was very interesting.
yeah. I went on done it, but Judkins might not be far behind from Taylor. So we'll see.
That's a bold trade. You got Judkins and who else you get
I
for
got
JT?
Godwin.
Yeah, Godwin. All right. I mean, it could work, especially with the coach saying that they're gonna kind of dial Jonathan back a little bit, but he's still, I think, the number one option on that team.
Yeah, he probably is. But when they said they were gonna dial him back a little bit, that kind of made me say, well, maybe I can get rid of him.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I think I probably would have held on to him a little bit. I ain't even gonna bullshit you.
Thank you. But I was thinking, I said once I did it, I said, well, fuck it. I got a good receiver, so that means I got two good receivers and two good backup receivers.
So you feel confident about your team, like you say, you put your
Yeah, I
team
feel
right in the
confident.
you put your
If
team right in the
everybody,
mid, Pat.
if everybody stay healthy, I feel real confident about my team.
And that's how everybody should feel. As I've been like, I think going through the draft grades and getting ready for this episode and just really diving in and looking at all the teams, I like my team, but I think I could have did a little bit better in the draft. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure everybody feel that way after a draft, especially when you do so much moving around and then you maybe miss a couple of pieces that you wanted to. So my biggest thing, I didn't get enough quarterbacks. I wanted a little bit more quarterbacks. But they were just going so fast. It was
Yeah.
like, Jesus.
They started, and that's why I said, dang, I better go get Dak while I can.
Yeah. And that Dak was a good pick. That was a good steal. I'm surprised he even went that, he was like QB 10 in this draft, something like that, which is crazy. Well, maybe not. I
What
don't think he fell that
was he
far.
10?
He was like
Did he
6 or
fall to
7.
10?
I think he was like
And
QB
I was
6 or
surprised I was
7.
able to get, Jordan Love
Yeah.
too.
A lot of people sleep on Jordan Love because they don't know who the receiver is in Green Bay. It's been like that for a few years.
But
Well,
I ain't worried about getting any Green Bay receivers because he probably gonna spread it around.
yeah,
I
he
got
is.
him.
Yeah,
I got him for
he'll get
his
all the
stats.
points. Right.
Yeah, I got him for his stats.
All right.
He
So
gonna.
yeah, I think he'll do good. And the quarterbacks you got, I think there was some decent quarterbacks. You know, we talked
Yeah.
about that as well. So let me just ask you this: and who brings home the first place trophy? Who's gonna win this season? Who will? Better yet, you know, because I know sometimes in Dynasty we get caught up on looking at this year. Like, so let me ask this: who team look like it's a true Dynasty team that'll win multiple championships? This is a question I haven't even pondered.
Mine, of
Yours?
course.
You gonna win multiple?
I'm
You
gonna win
know,
them all.
you know, I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna
Nah,
hold you to that.
just bull corner, man. Not me.
Nah. I
Not
mean,
me.
why not
I,
you?
I I wish I could say me, but I didn't draft good enough for it to be me. But I would not I would not put out spicy or sexy Dexy.
Hmm. And they both of those guys got some pretty decent teams.
I would definitely not count out sexy Dexy. I would not do it.
Hmm.
Seem like I be thinking he from Oak Cliff because he got sexy Dexy 214. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's Oak Cliff. That's a hood nigga there.
Yeah, now sexy, but he is from Dallas as well. And he's a cowboy just like you and myself. And I think we got at least another cowboy in this league. I could be misspeaking.
I mean, but look, he got Cook. If Williams stay healthy and have another great year, I mean, damn.
Yeah,
You know,
he definitely got one of the better teams, I feel like.
yeah, he did. He did.
And I think that's the advantage that you have when you drafting at the turn. I think he was the 12th pick, so every time he got the last pick and the first pick, you know what I'm saying, of those rounds. So it give you, you can double tap. And I think he did pretty good, even though he didn't have that many trades. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't do that many trades.
Oh, excuse me. So yeah, man, like I said, I done looked at these teams so much.
I have too, man.
I think I got everybody's team memorized. And that's why I had to put myself I had to be real objective when grading my team. Cause like everybody would be like, yeah, my team got the best grade, man. My team did not get the best grade.
The only thing that I want you to do if I get in another fantasy league, make sure I draft last.
I can't make sure you draft last because it's all random. It's all random.
I know you can finagle something, figure that.
If I could, I would
keep
do
on
it.
doing random. To do the random.
Say just keep doing it until you get the 12th pick.
Come up, like,
yeah. Yeah, man. We'll have a mutiny on our hands.
Oh man.
Man, these guys will cut my head off if I did something like that. Look, just as bad as you get fucked over in the draft, man.
Yeah.
Like I said plenty of times, I hate drafting in the middle, like of the draft. I either want the first 3 spots or the last 3 spots. Anything in between that is like, oh man. But you still get a couple of good pieces, but I
was pretty good where I was. I realized I probably shouldn't have traded any picks. I should have just stayed pat.
You think so? I like the fact that I traded up.
Now
man.
that I look at it, I look like I should have stayed pat. Because where I was, I think I still could have. Because I was getting 1 pick, and then it was gonna come back to me in 3 or 4 picks.
Yeah, you get a couple of extra picks. So you just got to be comfortable with moving around and trying to identify the value elsewhere. But to be able to get most of your team in the earlier rounds, whereas a lot of valuable players, I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no wrong way to draft. If you okay, like I like Dirty Team because he waited on his quarterbacks and he still was able to get two good quarterbacks, great quarterbacks for fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
So
did. He did. He did. He did that. He
yeah.
did that.
So it's different ways. And then we got, I think, who was that? Chargers I can't remember who it was who got their first two picks was quarterbacks. I have to let me go pull it up
I have to go back in there and
yeah,
see.
I don't want to say that, and I'm not 100% sure. So let me go pull this up. Just give me a second. I can get it up. That's what I told her. So, cause somebody got Drake May and Caleb Williams. Oh, that was part two. That was part two DJ. That's my bad. There was part two DJ that ended up getting those first two picks as quarterbacks. So like stuff like that, like I can dig it. Yeah, I understand, especially being pretty much a double quarterback league. But if you was able to wait 4 picks and still come away with 2 top 12 quarterbacks, I think that's saying something. That's just me personally, man. But
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna last into the third round.
yeah.
The top quarterbacks, and that's why. And the one that I really wanted before Dak was already gone, so I had to go and take Dak.
And the crazy thing is, I thought they would last longer. That's why I waited, and
I
that's
mean,
how I ended up.
you take Burrow first?
I took Burrow first, and that's why I waited so long. I ended up getting Bryce Young as my second quarterback, and no quarterback depth after that. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really. I like my team,
I
but
don't have no quarterback depth after that either.
I think you still have 3. I think you got 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I do because I got that rookie that from the Jets.
Yeah, and
But he
that
on the taxi squad. I'm not considering him gonna.
for this year, but for next year,
Yeah,
shit, he can take over. Nobody
yeah.
believes Geno Smith is the franchise quarterback of the Jets.
No, that's mainly why I put him on the taxi squad.
Mm-hmm. And
But
I've been thinking about. I kind of want to extend the Texas squad, but I think we're gonna leave it where it's at. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. But before we get out of here, I want you to give me one bold NFL prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like
not fantasy, but NFL.
yeah, give me one bold NFL prediction.
Really bold NFL prediction. This is really bold.
Talk to me.
Deshaun Watson
Oh.
will play 17 games.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And the Cleveland Browns will win 7 games.
Oh, you got a double bowl prediction. All right, I like it. Well, there you have it. Deshaun Watson, 17 games.
At the same time, while I'm adding Shadur at the same time while I'm talking shit.
Yeah, you did. So was that a ploy? Was that a ploy?
No, it's adding Shadur is just like having the Cowboys defense. It's a just in
case. I mean, right. I'm pretty sure Deshaun Watson is still on the waiver wires in his Dynasty league too, ain't it?
No, I think somebody got him.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because if they don't, he finna get got.
I don't have him. I really don't want too much to do with that Cleveland offense, me personally, man. So I kind of stayed
Georgia
away.
got him.
Georgia got him. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I think Georgia one of the teams that got like 5 quarterbacks though, 4 or 5
Now
of them.
I can't believe I got 3 Cleveland Browns on my team.
Oh no, that's like having 3 Jets on your team. Who got that?
I got Jenkins and Fannin.
Which which are 2 solid pieces.
Um,
You know, that's 2 solid pieces,
and then I picked Shador just in case.
but they just Browns. They just
I know it, but
freaking
just
Browns.
because they Browns don't mean their numbers won't be where they need to be.
And that is
A
true.
lot of a lot of losing teams,
Have
their
high
numbers
fantasy
are where they
production.
are because they got to come back.
And I
You
that's one of our philosophies, you know what I'm saying?
that's the one reason Dak sometimes have high numbers because the Cowboys have to they behind and he
But
have
I
to
but I
come
but
back.
I think you still need a good quarterback and some good skill players in order to have the opportunity to give good numbers because not all bad teams or teams that's trailing all the time is going to put up big numbers like that.
Right.
But there is more of a possibility because they're going to be chunk plays, it's going to be Hail Marys, it's going to be desperate plays, and it's still going to be production that's being had on the field. So, I mean, the Deshaun Watson, if he can be anything like he was previously, hey, that's a win. That's a win. If he can throw the ball and get the ball to some of these receivers, that's a win. And
Yeah.
and like if you was able to get him off the waiver wire and he comes in, and actually gives significant production in multiple weeks, that's a win. Harold Fannin, Harold Fannin Jr., Quinshell Junkins, if you can get them on a trade like that and they produce for you, that's gonna be a win, and that automatically take your manager's grade up. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, yeah.
yeah, if you can spot it and you can understand, maybe JT Money don't get the same workload as he did last year, or maybe the team falling apart, because that's where the value comes in. Because everybody knows the big names, everybody knows the studs, but you got to be able to
Right.
find those within those small trades, those pieces that nobody is expecting to do anything and to make major contributions to your team. So I'm with it. I think everybody, like I said, everybody got their own strategy. Everybody going about it their own way. And really in this draft on this league, you can see 12 different distinct strategies being used at the same time. And who's gonna be the number one, we shall see. And even if you win this year, we still got 3 more years at bare minimum to go in this league. So we're gonna see who
Right.
wins and who becomes the true dynasty in this football is money 4D league, right?
And I'm just trying to build young.
And ain't nothing wrong with it. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for me talking with Mad Dog Ken, man. I appreciate you for dropping through, man. Good luck to you in this year and the multiple years to come in this Dynasty League. But before I let you go, give me one message to the rest of the league before week 1.
I'm coming for you.
You hear that?
Drake.
You hear that? He's coming. Goddamn,
I'm
he's coming for
coming
you.
for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we're gonna take another quick break, man, and we're gonna wrap this thing up. All right. We're gonna get to the wheel spin and see who's gonna win this money. All right. This is football is money, baby.
You want me to stay?
Hey, you trying to win $100 every single month? Well, here's all you got to do. First thing first, you got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Second, you got to sign up to the email list at footballismoney.com. And third, only thing you got to do is drop a foot. Yeah, man, make sure y'all tapped in, locked in. You feel me? But welcome back to the show. Once again, I am your host. They call me Boss. And here we go with the wheel spin. It's time to have some fun on this show. Because honestly, man, those draft grades, whew, that was tough. That was tough. But now let's give away some money though. You know what I'm talking about? So let me go ahead and get this wheel up here. And while I get the wheel up here, let me explain to you guys how the wheel spin is gonna happen now. All right. So the wheel spin, it's not gonna be like it was in the previous months, right? Where you spin the wheel and whoever it lands on, that's who the winner is. Now we're gonna do the opposite, I guess. Right? We're gonna take names off the wheel, right? So the wheel gonna spin and you're gonna see names coming off the wheel. And the last name on the wheel will be the winner. Okay? So we got a new wheel, we got a new process, man. We got a new setup, we got a new vibe. This is the new Football is Money, obviously, right? So that's how the wheel spin is gonna happen from here on moving forward. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this wheel going. All right. Mommy is off the wheel. Baby MJ is gone. Mama Sure. ODB is off the wheel, man. Hype B is gone. Mumsy is gone. Lil Chimmy is gone. Mad Dog Ken is gone. Jen, Zion, Alex the Great, all gone. Tinkerbell, hate to see you go, man. Donovan, DGS is gone. Let's see, we got J Mitch, exit left. Danny, I think that's what this is. Jersey Mike. Post Drew, all gone. The wheel is thinning out. Johnny YouTube, adios, buddy. Real Life, not winning this month. Dust Raven, out of here. Ben Z, gone. Griffin, not this time, buddy. Woo woo, man. Stay tuned in. Maybe next month, Marvin. Maybe next month. I Love Rose, 585. Mr. Bay, all gone. Sleep DMC, gone as well. Carla is gone. Oh. Kyle Cyberta. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name. But I know MHI almost won. She was one of the last two. Well, I don't know. They was one of the last two. But this guy, Kyle, comes away with the prize. All right. So, just like every month, just like every time we do this giveaway, you got 72 hours to claim your prize. Kyle. Yeah. Cybertadio. 1130. I know I just killed that name. Cybertadio. All right. Cybertadio. Okay, whatever. Kyle, you got 72 hours to claim your monions. You know what I'm saying? If you don't claim it, we're not going to respin the wheel next week. I catch you guys back here next month. All right? The money going to go back into the Football is Money funds until somebody that's actually tuned in can get their papers. But Kyle, I look forward to hearing from you, man. Go to footballismoney.com. Click the chat bubble. We are always on. All right? Yeah. Congratulations once again. Congratulations once again. All right. Let's get that out of here. Let's get that out of here. All right, man. So there you have it, Kyle. Hit me up. Claim your money. Everybody else, get back on the wheel. Your chance to start today. Hit me up. Everybody in this premiere will get an automatic entry on the wheel. Yeah, so chime in, man. Make sure y'all here. Make sure you tuned in every week to get your chance on the wheel, right? Make sure you sign up to Football is Money Plus at footballismoney.com. Follow along with all of our leagues and everything else that we have going on at footballismoney.com, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'm your host. They call me Boss. This is Football is Money, and we out. Hey, Football is Money. Don't stop just because the show is ended. Go to footballismoney.com and sign up for one of our fantasy leagues. You can check out rankings, league reports, exclusive content, and upcoming Football is Money Draft Center will be there very soon. We're going to try to get that implemented before the season kicks off. Everything we build is designed to help you become a smarter football fan and a better fantasy manager. Visit footballismoney.com today and check out what we got going, man.
That's a wrap. Thanks for listening to Football is Money. Find every episode and more at footballismoney.com.